Do you have ears so itchy you wish you could take a chopstick and scratch them like that? If so, I have got an answer for you. One thing that's not talked about, that's not known that well, is that our ears get itchy in menopause. Why? I don't have an answer for you. I have no idea why, but it is a literal thing. Another thing that could be causing your itchy ear is, besides the menopause, which is probably the main culprit, if you're wearing in-ear headphones. My Apple headphones, the ones that go inside your ear, tend to cause this. And I've read that other people are having the same problems. I've tried so many things. This started happening long before I had in-ear headphones. This started actually happening for me when I was in perimenopause, and it just has gotten worse over the years. So the doctor's given me drops, the doctor's given me creams. I've tried everything in between. None of that stuff worked at such a level that I wanted to continue using it. If you know what I'm talking about, give me a like, because the itch is so bad that it's literal pain. It's not just an itch like, move on with your day. It's so bad that it hurts. And I am prone to ear infections. I've had them all my life. This is next level. I cannot even concentrate because my ears hurt so bad. So I have a solution. First of all, lest you think I'm making this up, why would you? This is like my 12th bottle. I have this on Subscribe and Save. I get it every other month without fail. I cannot live my life without this stuff. It is magical elixir. This is a brand new bottle that I just got this past month. This is the one I got this month. I do not ever want to run out because it is so soothing. So it comes packaged up in a way that it takes you 20 minutes to get open. And then you still have to open all this up. I like that it's small enough that it can fit in my pocket. I can put it in my purse, easy to pack. I keep it beside my chair at night because I tend to put this in right before I go to bed so that it doesn't affect my headphones the next day, because it does leave a residue. It is just oils in here. It's oils filled with something that the fairies dropped in there that makes your ear feel so much better almost immediately. So I don't know what kind of magic the fairies have, so I can't tell you that part. They're just drops, oily drops that immediately soothe your ear. I like to put several drops in my ear. I like it to fill up my ear. But really just a single drop or two will work just fine. But like I said, I like to put several drops, and then I leave my head leaned over for a few minutes, and then I have a tissue and I press my ear. I mean, I like to get it everywhere because it immediately makes that pain go away. It stops itching. Now, the oil will do something. It's tickling those little ear hairs, but the actual pain and discomfort from the dry ear is gone. I don't want to say immediately because sometimes it may take a second dose later in the day, but immediately. The pain is lessened almost immediately. Will this work for everybody? No. Will there be ingredients that your body won't like? Probably. But this is what's working for me, so I had to share it. I do a bunch of drops. I'm not trying to save monies on my ears not hurting. The coins don't matter to me. I'm not trying to save my pennies. I'm dropping in all the drops. I'm filling up my ear. If it's flowing down over my face, I'm okay with that because the pain stops immediately is what I'm saying. And then I will take a little tissue and I'll just kind of press it there and get it rubbed in, and then oil's just dripping down my face. And okay, seriously, it's fine. And I have my tissues, one for each ear, and I just wipe up the extra. And that stuff's anti-aging anyway. It's fine. It's saving me some neck wrinkles. And then for the rest of the day, my ears feel wonderful. It's basically like putting a moisturizer in your ear, because if you've ever looked inside your ear, and yes, I have looked inside my ear. Thank you. It's pretty much a lot of dry skin and redness and just hurty bits. So this is like putting moisturizer on your dry skin. You know how great your skin feels when it's moisturized? That's exactly what's going on. This stuff was made for hearing aids because people who wear hearing aids evidently have this similar problem, and it's made for that. This is perfectly acceptable to use. I've had all kinds of stuff in my ears when I had ear infections, so this is preferable to that. When I've gotten an ear infection, this helps it. I'm not giving any doctor's advice. I'm not a doctor. I'm not an ear doctor either. I'm just a menopausal mom who has itchy ears, and this stuff works for me, and it's fabulous. I've been using this now for probably about a year and a half, and since I've been using it, I still get itchy ears when I don't use it. So it's not like this is a cure. It's not a cure. But what it does do is it helps, and then you don't have itchy ears because it's soothing it. So what my routine is to put it in every night. If I'm using this every night, it's just like taking your medicine before you go to bed. If I put it in every night, I never have itchy ears. I don't even get that many ear infections. Those things may not be correlated, or they might be, but I'm not a doctor, so what do I know? As long as I'm putting it in every night, I don't get itchy ears whatsoever. But if I go a few weeks without using it, which I am prone to do, pretty soon the itchy ears come back. But 1 or 2 doses and no more itchy ears. So I didn't find the cure. The fairies, they're still working on it. But what I did find is some fairy potion inside of there that soothes your ears. Now, what you need to do is immediately go buy this. I have it linked for you below, and share this with your menopausal friends because they don't know why their ears are itching and they don't know there's a solution. And I found it and it must be shared. So share this video with your menopausal friends, and then I'm going to need you to like this and subscribe so that more people can learn about this and no longer have itchy ears. Everyone wants non-itchy. Nobody wants them. Everyone wants to get rid of them. But if nobody watches my video, they won't have the answer like you do. So let's work together on this. And since you're subscribed, you're going to find that I bring lots of anecdotes and solutions for seniors and menopausal women that nobody else is talking about. I'm talking about it. I'll be there for you. You be there for me. See you real soon. This Laneige serum, I think, is my favorite serum that I've ever used. I haven't been using it long, so it's a little too soon to say for certain, but it is absolutely delightful. First of all, let's have a look at this gorgeous bottle. Look at that. Looks like sparkles. How can I not love sparkles in a bottle? But this gorgeous pink, come on. The dispenser, it's got little polka dots on it. This is glass. When I'm paying high-end money for high-end products, this is what I want it to look like. Everybody needs to go to school and learn how to make bottles like this because this is amazing. That's number one. Bottle is amazing. It dispenses like an absolute dream. The texture is slightly watery, and when you put it on, ooh, it doesn't just melt into your skin. It moves in, gets cozy, and makes itself at home. This stuff is delightful. I haven't even mentioned the smell yet. The scent of what do you think this is gonna smell like? Well, I'm here to tell you you're wrong because it smells better than that. I can't even describe what it smells like, but it smells like babies after a bath with a really good body wash, and then they go outside and bunnies hop around them and there's butterflies and they're going and collecting pollen from flowers that smell really good and they fly near the baby. It smells like that. It smells so amazing. I don't even know what I can compare it to because I would wear this as perfume. That's how good it smells. And those things are important, but you want to know, how does your skin feel after using it? Your skin feels drenched in hydration. I've been using serums of all kinds for many years, every variety known to mankind. Cheap, not cheap, inexpensive, not inexpensive, flashy. You get it. I use a lot of serums. Sometimes they leave my face hydrated. Sometimes I feel like, wow, I just spent $30 for absolutely nothing. Water hydrates my face better than this. And sometimes I spend $40 because it's kind of expensive, but nonetheless, worth every penny because my skin feels hydrated after I use it. And really, I can just hydrate with just this and nothing else. I don't even have to put on a moisturizer over it, but you know that I do. It's called Bouncy and Firm. Is my skin bouncy and firm yet? I don't think so, but I don't know because I haven't been using it long enough to know. But hopefully my skin will be bouncy like a rebounder on a Sunday afternoon. I doubt it will be because my skin's 50. But if you're looking for a serum, if you're looking for possibly the best serum in the world, this sounds like hyperbole, but I'm telling you, I haven't had a serum that I've loved this much in a really long time. And I've had serums that I've liked. I've had serums that I've loved, but I've never had a serum that I've loved this much. I think this serum is going to sleep in the bed with me tonight. I think I'm going to marry this serum. I think I'm making dinner tonight for this serum. This serum is going on a date with me. I like it. I will link this for you below because you need to go buy this. Laneige is a spectacular brand. It is higher end. It costs a little more. This is the one occasion, I've said it before, I'll probably say it again, but this for sure is worth the money and not all high-end brands are to me. This one is. I don't even want it. I'm breaking up with all my other serums. Well, not all of them because some of them are pretty good, but this is my number one for now anyway. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, this is what we do here. We talk about skincare and sometimes we find winners and sometimes we find duds. So if you're interested in skincare and just randomness, subscribe to my channel, give me a like, go buy this. White color in the lines. We're too old for that. Have you heard of Derma E? It is one of my favorite lines. I've got a lot of favorite lines, don't I? But it really is. It's one I've been using for years and years. I started using this about 12-ish years ago when I lived in Singapore, and I haven't stopped. This is my latest iteration of it. This was the Advanced Peptides and Collagen Moisturizer, and I loved it. I've been trying to save just a little bit so I could apply it so you could see how it goes on, and I just couldn't stop because it's so fantastic. Derma E has a lot of science behind them. They do a lot of studies. Let's start by talking about the scent, of course. It smells like Play-Doh a little bit, a lot. Okay, it smells a lot like Play-Doh. But look at this. It goes on. It's like, you know when you get out of the bath and your skin is dry and then you put on any old lotion and you just suddenly feel better? Every time I put this on, that's what it feels like. It just feels so good. Thankfully, the Play-Doh smell dissipates very quickly. That just goes in like butter on toast. It just rubs right in, immediately goes to work moisturizing. I got this on my neck. Get that neck. I need all the help I can get. It's old. It's old. I'm 51 and it's 102. This hasn't lasted for a really long time. I would say a little bit goes a long way, but I used it multiple times a day and it's only lasted me about 3 months, maybe 2.5. But at this price point, you actually don't feel bad about using a lot of it. My more expensive products, I use the tiniest bit. I only want to use, a drop, and I don't want to put it on my neck, and I'm not rubbing it into my hands. This thing, I'm digging my hands in, and I'm putting it everywhere. My hands are covered in it. It's delightful. The bottle is this really thick glass bottle and this white plastic lid, so it just screws on. I don't always love sticking my hands into a cream, but because this cream gets used so fast, it didn't bother me as it usually would. I'm not complaining because it's a drugstore price. If it were a higher end one, I want you to give me higher end functionality, but for this price, I don't care about that. My skin has always been super dry. I just put some more on. My skin has always been super dry, but since menopause, I don't know how, but it's drier than normal. And so having a lotion that I can count on is imperative in my 50s and beyond. So this is my tried and true. I've been using it for years and I highly recommend it. Let me know what you've been using. I'm always up for trying new product. I love trying new product. While it may seem that I'm constantly have a bunch of different favorites, I don't have a bunch of different favorites, but I do try a bunch of different skincare products. Whenever I can get it on sale, if someone gives it to me, if I can get a freebie, I take it. I use it, and I probably review it so you know what's good and what's not. And maybe something for me isn't for you. So just because I love this doesn't mean you will. I'm just giving you the facts, ma'am, just the facts. You can decide if you want to subscribe, but spoiler alert, you do. I'll be back real soon with some other content. Hope you enjoyed it. Short and sweet. I'm out of here. See you later. If you're over 50 and postmenopausal, then maybe you've heard a thing or two about creatine. It's the talk right now. It is the talk. Let me just show you what I use in case you're looking for something and you don't know what kind to buy. And you probably want to know, how does it taste? So I'm here to help you out. This is the brand that I get, Naked Creatine. I bought this for the first time a year ago. This is my second container. The first container lasted me about 9-ish months. Do I use it every day? No, because some days I forget. Do I use it most days? Yes. So I don't know why it lasted me 10 months, other than I don't use it every day. But this container has 100 servings, so it would last you normally, if you're just using 1 scoop a day, it would normally last you over 3 months. So how it lasted me as long as it did, I don't know. But it did. It's some kind of magic powder that it did for me. Here's the fatal flaw of this particular brand. Way down at the bottom is the scoop. I've been using this for about 2 months and I still haven't gotten to the scoop. And the problem is I don't want to reach my hand in there because then my hand's going to be covered in powder. So I've just been using my old scoop from the previous container. So don't throw it away when you're done with it, is what I'm saying to you. When you get the next one out, you're going to be glad if you have it. Because it's so powdery, very much like baby powder, it flies into the air and goes everywhere. If I were to stick my hand in there, it would be covered in it. And it just feels wasteful to have my hand covered in creatine. So I've just been making do. Let me show you how much I use. I just get a heaping spoon, maybe not quite that heaping, maybe more like that. The science is kind of divided on the exact amount for postmenopausal women, but it's somewhere between 5 and 8 grams. So I figure that a heaping spoon, somewhere between 6 and 7 for me. So that works. Does it have a taste? Well, yes and no. If you get some in your mouth, it flies out into your mouth in the mornings like it always does to me. It's slightly salty, not a terrible. It's a little tang, a little salty. When it's in a beverage, you really can't taste it at all. There is no taste coming back from it. But But I do have to add a little extra sweetener to my coffee because it does take the sweetness away. So in that regard, I can tell that it's in there, but I can't taste it. I have put it in water one time, flavorless, but I also had some other things mixed in. So because I prefer to have mine in my coffee in the morning because it's the one thing I know I'm going to drink every day, I've only put it into water once, and I had liquid IV in there too. So I was really tasting the deliciousness of the liquid IV and not the creatine. So can I verify for sure that you could put it in water? No, I can't. But I can tell you that it's such a mild, almost invisible taste that I think you're going to be fine with whatever you put it in. Another thing you should be aware of is that there's been some recommendations that you not put it into coffee, but I've also read that it's not the coffee that degrades the creatine, it's the heat from the coffee that degrades the creatine. I still put it in my coffee every morning, even knowing that, because as I said, I know I'm going to take it if I put it in my coffee. I'm drinking my coffee so fast. The coffee is not scorching I wish it was scorching my face because I love a hot coffee. I love to have no taste buds left after my coffee. But unfortunately, my coffee's not that hot. So hopefully I don't have to say hopefully. I can say I know beyond a doubt that it's working because I do get energy from it. It gives me a burst of energy every day once it starts taking effect. And I can even tell when it starts taking effect. So it's not being degraded in my particular case. But listen, this is your creatine. This is your body. You do what you think is best. Don't listen to me because I don't know anything other than what's working for me. That's all I can tell you is what's working for me. And this is working for me because I can feel the difference every day and I can't taste it when I use it in my coffee. Some of the benefits that I've heard come from creatine is a little bit less of the memory lapses. Have we lost 20 IQ points because of menopause? I don't know, but sometimes I feel like I have Alzheimer's because I can't remember anything. Do I feel like this is helping it? When I'm taking it faithfully day after day after day, I 100% do think this helps me with that. Could it be placebo? Could be, but when I stopped using it that's why I have so much left, because I stopped using it for about a month. When I stopped using it, I felt like some of that brain degradation came back a lot. And then when I picked it back up, I feel like some of that went away. In fact, it went away so easily and so quickly that I forgot how bad it had gotten. And then second, I talked about the energy, and I do definitely feel energy. And when I took that month off from using it and then I started back, it was like, is this what it feels like to be 30? Is this what it was like in my 30s? And I was back to having energy. Did I have massive amounts of energy? No, but I definitely went back to a higher level of energy where I could get things done in a day. And the last reason that I started taking it was because one of the things it says that it supports is to help keep your muscles in prime condition. Since I've been on a weight loss journey, I know that sometimes you will lose muscle mass when you're losing weight, and I didn't want that to happen. I wasn't going to do a whole lot of weightlifting or exercise. I know I should, but I haven't done much of it yet. So I took the creatine in hopes that that would keep that from happening. And I feel like I didn't have any muscle wasting. I feel like I still have the same amount of muscles that I had when I started, which is not that much. So I didn't lose the little tiny muscles that I had. Overall, I find that this is, for me, the best supplement that I take in a day. I do take a few other things. And if you're interested in those, I could always make a video. But you know what? I'm also really interested in what you take, because this is helping me in my menopause journey. And if there's some little secret supplement hack that you found, you need to be telling us, girlfriend. So let us know what you're taking that's been helping you. I will have this linked for you below so that you can go pick this up. I got this from Amazon. I'm sure other places carry it. I just find that it's easiest for me if I put this on subscribe and save. I had it every 6 months and didn't need it when my 6 months came up. But even if you get something on subscribe and save and it comes up for renew, you can postpone it for a month or two or however long you need to do. So that's what I did with that. But now that I'm taking it every day, I'll probably need it more often than 6 months. Take just a moment to subscribe to my channel. I would love to get to 5,000 subscribers. It's a long time goal of mine. And if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, you would help me get to my goal. And I'd appreciate that very much. If you have friends who don't know about creatine, share this video with them. Everybody can use that little bit of boost. All of us menopausal women, we're in this together and we can use that little boost that it gives us. I'll see you real soon. I think by now everybody knows how important vitamin C is in your skincare. And if you don't know, I'm telling you right now, it's very important. So start using it if you're over 50 especially. So I have tried so many vitamin C's. I am a skincare lover.
I get them on samples. I get them free. I buy them when they go on sale. Sometimes I even pay full price for skincare.
I am obsessed with skincare. I love it in every form and variation. This was a new line for me. I hadn't actually tried this Neostrata before, but I'm pretty pleased with the formulation. So let's talk about my likes and my dislikes of this particular product. First of all, I do like this glass container or heavy plastic, I guess it could be. I have dropped it and haven't broken it. So if it's glass, it's not breaking, but perhaps it's a very thick plastic. And this is not. a expensive looking lid. It's just a very cheap silver lid, but overall nice looking, wouldn't you say? Inside are these tiny capsules. I just dropped them on the floor. That's all right. That's fine. The dog, no big deal. I'm kidding. These tiny little capsules. Let me show you individually. You've seen these delivery systems. This is a delivery system I don't understand. I bought that not knowing, I guess maybe I didn't pay attention, but not knowing that they were these little things. I don't understand why anyone would want to deliver it this way. Why not just pump it out, put it in a kind of pump that will protect the vitamin C from being degraded? Because Timeless does something that works, doesn't it? Olay has a dispenser that doesn't degrade the vitamin C. There are many ways to do it besides these little capsules. I just find this wasteful and frankly a nuisance to use. But here we are. I like everything about it except for the delivery system. You take this little balloon-like thing. This is some kind of weird latexy type of material. You take the little tip of it and you push it down so that you squeeze the stuff out of the little tip. You want to squeeze it out. You don't want to waste a drop of it. And then you twist it. And then everything spills out all over your fingers. Just exactly like that. Exactly like that. Then next you squeeze as much as you can get out onto your fingers, which some's going to go to waste. Another reason not to like it. And then you've got this tiny bit of serum, which is vitamin C. I use mine in the morning, and that is when you're supposed to use it. It is absolutely scentless. I cannot smell anything with it. Very, very creamy. I have a small face, not small, normal size. It's not exceptionally large except for my forehead, and it only covers my face. There's none left to do my neck. I'm just showing you, there's none left. To me, that is the biggest drawback of this. It feels wonderful. It's very slick, very moisturizing. My face always feels refreshed. It is a delightful serum with the vitamin C. It's a lot like the Elizabeth Arden ceramide. In fact, the delivery system is pretty much the same. The little things look different, but it's the same delivery system. And it feels a lot like that, Elizabeth Arden, if you've ever used it. It is a wonderful feeling moisturizer. But again, you don't get enough in the little pills to get your whole face and neck covered, much less the backs of your hands and your chest. It's just enough for your face. So then you've got to use 2 of them, which means you're going to go through it twice as fast. And it leaves something to be desired because of that. My routine with it is do my face with this and use a separate serum. And I apply the whole serum all over my whole face again. Then I get my neck, my chest, and the backs of my hands. I use this vitamin C in the morning, but sometimes I apply it in the afternoons if my skin feels especially dry. Then I go on to the next step of my skincare, which is usually a moisturizer, but sometimes it's just sunscreen. Next, last, whatever order. But it is a standalone type of product. You don't need other serums. You don't need other moisturizer. You just need your sunscreen over the top of it, except for the fact that it doesn't go everywhere. Do I recommend it? It's a 50-50. I think there are better vitamin C's on the market, but this feels kind of extravagant. It feels like you're getting a high-end facial. You know, it's that kind of experience. It feels so nice and it looks so lovely. And yes, the delivery system is stupid, but it feels decadent. So if you're looking for something unusual, if you're looking for something higher end and you want good skincare that you trust, that they put the money into the research and the ingredients are fabulous, yes, you would want to try this. Is it the kind of thing that you're going to want to replace month after month at this price point when you're getting such a small amount? No, I don't think so. And I don't think this is for everybody. I think this is more of a special treat for yourself kind of thing, or maybe a gift for somebody. This would make a fabulous Mother's Day gift. But I don't think this is for everybody all the time, every month. If you're using it every month, tell me what you're doing. Are you using 2 of those? Do I have a large face and I don't know it? Are you able to get it everywhere? I need the details. Tell me everything. And if you're using a different vitamin C, tell me what you're using. Maybe I'll give it a try. Maybe I'll test it here on my channel and let everyone know what a great vitamin C it is. Just tell me all the things. Also, I need you to give me a like. It's free. It's going to cost you nothing. And then you're going to subscribe while you're right there. You're just right beside each other. So you can like and then subscribe, and you're helping me out and helping me grow my channel. And I'm finding you skincare that you've never heard of and may not even want to buy, but that's neither here nor there. I'll see you real soon. I demand to know right now why no one ever told me about gel polish. It's amazing. Now you know, so you can't blame me for not understanding. I love to do my nails. I don't care whether it's painting or stickers or even fake nails. I'll do it. I love it. I feel fancy when my nails are done. They sent me this gel polish stickers, and I thought it was just going to be like any other sticker because I've never used gel polish. As I was putting them on, I was shocked. I was shocked to find out how amazing gel polish is. Let me bring in the footage and I'll show you. It comes in this really beautiful packaging. Everything sticks in here so nicely so you won't lose anything. It comes with everything you need, an alcohol wipe to clean your nail beds, get all that oil, your own natural oils and anything you picked up around the house, clean that off. And then you have the file that you'll need in just a minute. The only thing it didn't come with was clippers, which I discovered while I was doing it that you actually need clippers. Fortunately for me, I had a pair of scissors in my car while I was waiting on my daughter to finish skating with her friend. And so I was able to use that to finish the process. And they also sent me this tiny adorable light that cures the gel. Now, do you know what happens when you cure gel? Because I had no idea. What happens is that it becomes super hard. And we'll get back to that in just a minute. That's what surprised me. I didn't know that. You get 2 sheets of stickers with all various sizes so that you could fit it to all your nails. And that's what the first thing I did was picked out the ones that would fit my nails the best and set them to the side. Better to go too small than too big. Once I had them all picked out, I decided to start putting them on both hands at the same time, which was a big, huge fail. Don't do it that way. Just do one hand at a time. I should have started with my non-dominant hand because then it makes doing the dominant hand so much easier. Once you've done it with the dominant hand, then doing it with a non-dominant hand makes it that much harder. But anyway, I figured it out, got all my hand done, and then I put it under the LED lamp. What I didn't know was that I can read the instructions, but I'm not really known for following the instructions to a T. And besides, I thought it was going to be like all the other nail stickers I had done. So I did my hand and cured it. And then when I came back to finish it up, which I thought I was just going to file it down, wow, it's hard like a rock. So I had to take the scissors and cut it off. So the next time, as I did the other hand, I thought, well, okay, let me cut it first. But I didn't have clippers. All I had was the scissors and I couldn't cut it with the scissors. So in the end, curing it first actually worked out better for me. This little light is absolute perfection. You press the power button here and it goes for the exact amount of time that you need to cure the nails. It's absolutely amazing. It has a USB plug, which I find weird. Why? It doesn't charge it either. It has to be plugged in for you to be able to use it. So it's USB, not to charge, but to actually use, at least to the best of my knowledge. It never charged for me. So if it's supposed to have a charge and hold a charge, it didn't do that for me. Regardless, you could plug it into your computer if you don't have a Mac and use it like that. Or in my case, I actually have chairs in my movie room that have a USB on it. So lucky me. On to my second hand, as I'm going along, everything's going perfectly. They go on easy. You can stretch out the sides a little bit to make them fit your nail better. Then I got to this tiny little pinky one and the whole thing seemed kind of off. I don't know if I forgot to pull off a piece of the tab. I don't know if it was an extra thick layer, but it never felt quite right. And even after curing it, it still never set right onto my finger. And you can see right there that it just isn't quite right as compared to the other ones. It's not all the way down like it should be. Then I got these all cured, including the thumbs. I was absolutely shocked with how amazing they looked. It made my nails so much thicker. My nails are usually paper thin and move. Normally you could just bend them right down. This gives it so much protection. As I was cutting it with the scissors, I cut it a little bit over the size of my actual nail. So it looks like my nails are longer and just all around better than they actually are. Look at this. This is amazing. The color is beautiful and vibrant. It's shiny and my nails feel strong and protected. Now, one bad thing. It came off. It came off when I was cleaning. I don't know if it was the cleaner I was using or what. Maybe I didn't get it set right first time ever doing this. So it very possibly could be user error, but it came off while I was cleaning and it was just this one that came off. So I don't know if I sprayed it with the cleaner and the cleaner removed it or what happened, but I'm shocked. This was actually supposed to be part of a bigger video that I was working on, but it turned out so nice that I absolutely had to come and do a full review of this. I will link these for you below because if you've been looking for something that's long lasting and looks good and you don't have to go to the salon for it, I have found the answer for you. They also sent me some white ones and I'll be doing those soon too. I feel fancy. I feel fancy. This is fancy. I'm on the road to 5,000 subscribers and hop in, click that subscribe button, hop on in, help me get there. See you real soon. Did you know that you can buy freckles? Back in my day, God was just handing them out willy-nilly. And most people who had them didn't want them. And if you didn't have them, you didn't want them. And now people want them and can buy them. You can get them tattooed. You can get them stamped, permanently tattooed. You can get the eyebrow tattoos on your face. I don't know what's going on in our modern society. But freckles costing money now? I don't know what's going on. One thing I can tell you is this. I bought 2 different types of freckle makers. I'm not doing the permanent ones because I got enough 80 spots that I don't need any more freckles. Just in case you're interested in buying freckles, you have some choices. The first, and what I feel is probably going to be the easiest, are freckle pins. These come 2 pins per package. There aren't instructions and there isn't a template, so we're going to freehand freckles. I'm going to do the pin this side, both colors. Why not? This one's number 1 and probably is the lightest, I guess. I'm going to jump off a ledge here and venture to say that this is just eyeliner. Not bad. Let's try the darker color. Although this is what color my freckles are. They're very light. I think having a mix of light and dark makes it look more authentic. With the darker one, you can just press down and get a pretty good freckle. With the lighter one, you got to give it a little more push since it's so light. Can't see it as well. Yeah, make them different sizes. You can do a really light dot. Watch this. You can do a heavier one. And you can do a really big one. That one's too big. Am I going overboard here? Do a few more dark ones. I think I like the darker better just because you can see it better. Okay, it's crazy. That's crazy. Not as good as God gives me, but maybe there's some skill involved. Although, how skilled do you have to be to put on freckles? I don't know. The other one's a tattoo. And thankfully, they are removable because I don't love freckles enough that I'm going to get them permanently. And this is meant to go across your face. Now, the normal way people put on tattoos is that they stick them on, they get them wet, and they peel them off. But I'm about to blow your mind. This is the way I do tattoos. First of all, remove the backing. Stick the whole thing into water. These do not want to stick. Oh, one side did. Unfortunately, it's the side where I already had some. All right, let's get it wetter. I'm gonna have to put these on one at a time. There we go. These are possibly the worst freckles I've ever seen. I'm not going anywhere like this. Definitely looks like a 3-year-old did my freckles today. So I can do better. I can surely do better than this 3-year-old did. It's beautiful. I love that it's right there in the crease where my giant wrinkle is. It enhances my wrinkle beautifully, doesn't it? Really draws attention to that line. I think this is a young girl's game. I don't think that these sparkly freckles were meant for over 50s, but hey, they're actually pretty cool and fun. This is more of a summer concert thing for 12-year-olds. But they are really fun. I think maybe perhaps if I were to do something like this for fun, I might want a few sprinkled across this area and not all the way across my face and right there where it's beautifully highlighting my wrinkles. For instance, there's less in my wrinkle spots here and it looks much better. But actually, I like the pin better. If we're choosing the best freckles that look like real freckles, the pin is the way to go. You can mix them up. This looks like I could really have freckles there. I don't know why someone over 50 would want freckles, and I will never use them unless it's getting dressed up for Halloween or some kind of an event that I'm going to where I need freckles. But I definitely have now a little bit of makeup that I can use to make pretty realistic looking freckles. And this is more of a, definitely get dressed up for doing something. I don't even know. I don't think the premiere of a TV show that you loved. I don't know. It's fun. I like the sparkles. I don't think the way they're placed is meant for someone my age, but they're definitely fun and they are fun to play with. The really interesting thing is they don't come off easily. When you put them on, they're gonna stay. I wonder if they're gonna stay as long as a kid's tattoo, in which case I'm gonna be scrubbing this off because I have things to do today. Maybe I'll leave them. Maybe every video for the rest of the week, I'll have these tattoos on my face. I'm gonna go try to wash them off. This is editing Michelle from the future, and it took me about 5,000 hours to scrub, and I do mean scrub. I just scrub that off my face. I had multiple types of cleaner. I had some lotions, a serum. Finally, what worked was putting Carmex on and then kind of gently scratching it off. I thought I was never going to get that stuff off. So do be aware that it is very hard to remove. All right, back to the video. If you're not subscribed yet, I plead with you to subscribe. I'm almost to 5,000 subscribers. I'm going to need just a weensy bit of help to get there. So if you like random beauty products and you've got a few wrinkles on your face, then you found the right place. We don't take life too seriously over here at Mascara to Midnight, and neither should you. I am going to introduce you to my all-time favorite perfume. But first, a little backstory. I have been pregnant or nursing for the last 20 years minus a few now, because my oldest son is 9. And during all that time, I didn't wear any perfume because I didn't want the smell to, be too much for the babies. So I just stopped wearing it altogether, stopped buying it, stopped using it, but I never stopped loving it. To me, it's a little self-care to use perfume that I love. When I get out of the bath, I look forward to applying my perfume. My closet smells wonderfully like the last perfume I applied. But I had to start all over because I barely knew any perfumes. So I have found 2 or 3 that I've really liked. And then I got an ad on social media for a perfume called Riddle. And I bought some. I don't remember which I bought first. Probably Muse or Poppy, because they're both delightful. Then they came out with Nude Beach. And when I saw Nude Beach, I thought, oh, that's gonna smell coconutty. I gotta get it. And as you can see, I stopped using the other 2 because Nude Beach is absolutely the most fantastic thing I've ever smelled in my life. I can't get enough of it. I use it every single day. It's fantastic. And these perfumes, I am telling you, they stay. I have other perfumes I like. I may be exaggerated because I definitely use those other ones too. And they stay on for a few hours. There's zero doubt about it. They stay on for a few hours, but then they also dissipate. And by the end of the day, you can barely smell them. That is not the case with this. And I am passionate about it. Let's first talk about the way it's dispensed, because this is quite unique. This is more of an oil than a perfume, is the only way I can really describe it. It's a roller ball. You just roll it on where you want to smell good. It doesn't matter where you roll it because you're going to smell it everywhere. Let me try to describe this to you. It's too much. It's too much. Goodness. It was so good I had to take a break. I'm just kidding. My kids. I got kids. It's seriously amazing. It's taken a few minutes and the scent kind of changes a little bit with your body chemistry, as do all perfumes. And it smells exactly like a summer beach day in the Caribbean. It's got a little bit of a coconut undertone, but it's not like that artificial coconut. It's something that's so natural and it just smells like a summer day. There's no other way to describe it. It smells like a summer day. And this will stay on my arm all day. I will smell it all day. It's like nothing I've ever experienced before with perfume. For me personally, I know perfume is variable with each person. It's going to smell different on everybody. It's going to last a different amount of time. People are either going to love it or hate it. This for me is one of those perfumes that I cannot get enough of. If I put it on, I'll put a little bit on my neck, maybe I'll put it on my collarbones, and I'll put my shirt on a few days later, and it smells like the perfume instead of like my stank. And it's delightful. It's just delightful. I paid for those, to be clear. These are ones I bought on my own long ago. Probably not that long ago because otherwise they'd be all the way used. They sent me this one to try. This is the original formula, not been opened yet. If I can be on Riddle's PR list for the rest of my life and get everything, I would be delighted. In fact, I loved this beach one so much that I also got their lotion. This is the original. Let's give it a try together right now. It's milder than the beach. Let's apply it, see how it goes. It's so nice to apply. It's just this little roller. Put some here. I have taken these on vacation because they're so small and I don't worry about them breaking. I put them in, I put them in a safe area of my bag, but I don't worry about them breaking. This glass is heavy duty. And because it's so small, it doesn't take up much space. I feel good about packing with this. I've taken it literally on a Caribbean vacation. On our cruise, I took it. They don't leak out when you travel with them. They don't get broken. They're perfect for on the go. Carry it in your purse, put one in your car. You probably don't want it to be getting heat cold in your car, but definitely you can carry it with you and then bring it inside the house later that day. Let's let that kind of dissipate for just a moment and I'll get the scent of it and let you know my thoughts. That's very nice. It smells almost, and I haven't looked at this to see what the scents are. So this is my own opinion, my own thoughts on it. First, smelling it. It almost smells like a hint of baby powder. When your babies are little and you've got the little baby lotion, it has like an undertone of powder or maybe that baby magic. And then the higher note is kind of a flowery scent. This kind of smells like a spring day when you go outside and the butterflies are all flying around and all the flowers are in bloom and you've got a giant bush and the birds are tweeting. This almost smells like that. And yes, it's kind of weird to say a perfume smells like a day, but really think about it. Have you ever applied a perfume and it takes you back to a moment in time, like the last time you wore it, the first time you wore it, or your grandma? Has that ever happened to you? Because that's what scents do for us. And that's what this is reminding me of, is a spring day. You walk outside and the sun is shining and the wind's blowing a little bit and the birds are singing and the butterflies. Yeah, that's exactly. This one over here, where I applied the beach, you're laying on the beach, drinking some cold water. I don't drink alcohol. I got 20 years of sobriety. Your kids are playing in the beach. They're building sand castles and collecting shells. That's what this one is. So they're both absolutely delightful. I probably, my olfactory is probably not going to be able to really get the hints of these two, but Poppy, I believe, let's try to get a little smell. I'm not going to add it to anything, but this one is more of a alive smell. This is one that wakes you up. I kind of get that wake up vibe from this one. Poppy is this one. Little roller ball. Kind of an undertone of an orange. And this one is Muse. Oh, they're all just delightful. I'm telling you, I've never had this many perfumes in one line that smell this amazing. This one smells a little bit like beach in that it's got that kind of a coconutty, beachy undertone. I'm not sure what the other smell is. It's not quite as pungent as beach, which is my favorite of all time, but it does have a little bit of the same chemistry. Interesting. I think I've just recently gotten Muse and haven't had a chance to wear it, but I'm going to start wearing it more. Another thing that you can do with these is layer them. You can do layers, and the way you layer them will get you a little bit of a different scent. Now, I want to do one weird thing, is I want to look up the actual scent profile and see how close I was. The original says clean and subtle, notes of amber and musk. And I said it was more subtle, didn't I? 1 for 1. I didn't smell the amber or the musk. I really like musk though. I still don't smell the musk, but I do smell the amber. It's a very clean scent. In fact, did I say clean? Because I'm thinking of it by reading that. How about Muse? Amused. Muse is sweet and floral. Yes. With notes of coconut, peony, magnolia. I can definitely smell the magnolia now that they pointed out to me. Coconut. So somewhat right. Sweet and floral is what that one says. But I think I pegged that one too, didn't I? Poppy is citrus and floral with notes of orange blossom, lemon, rose, and ylang ylang. It's easy to tell what the scents are. It's not that I'm good at telling scents, it's that the scents are so good, you can tell for yourself what they are. Now, here's bad news for you. The beach scent, it's limited edition, so they don't have it right now. They might have it this summer, and I advise you to check back. But if you want something that smells like beach, go with Muse, because it's the closest of all of them. And if you want something way more subtle, go with Original, because it's very subtle and clean. Still very nice. And if you want something a little more floral, more spring day, go with Poppy. There are more that I haven't tried. I think they're all going to be fantastic. I don't think you can go wrong with them. They're such a unique perfume, oil, and it even says pheromone on there, but no one's ever commented on my scent. That's not true. Sometimes when my husband kisses me, he says I smell nice, so there's that. I don't smell like old lady funk. Who even knew that was a thing? Did you know that old people have a specific smell and then we are starting to smell that way? Me more so than you probably, because my kids have commented on it. But now I smell good because I'm using Riddle all the time. If you're not subscribed to my channel and you're over 50, you're gonna want to, because we're gonna talk about perfume and makeup and skincare, whatever, menopause, what else? What can we talk about? What do you want to talk about? We're gonna talk about it. Just let me know in the comments what you want to talk about and we'll talk about it. Welcome to my bathroom. I wanted to show you a product that is probably the weirdest thing I've ever bought, but it's good, it's good. You'll see. If you have tryptophobia, aka a hole phobia, look away for just a moment so I can show this. If you're still watching, don't leave me. I'm gonna put it away so that you don't have to keep looking at the holes also. I can't look at it when I use it because I also have tryptophobia, and just saying tryptophobia activates it. That's the fun of it. This little soap bar, this is a soap bar of the weirdest, let me just talk. I'm kind of at a loss for words because it's so strange. First of all, I've had it for over a year. I haven't had it in the bathroom for over a year, but I bought it probably, yeah, a whole Christmas ago. So a little over a year, like a year and almost 15 months is what I'm trying to say. I took it out about 6 months ago, put it on my bathtub. I don't use it every day. I don't bath every day. I'm not a big bather. I don't like to take one every day. But when I do take a bath, I don't always use that particular bar of soap. It's been in here for 6 months. I have used it a ton, not every day, but a ton. And still every time I use it, soap comes out. I keep expecting to pick it up and use it and no soap will come out. And yet every time I pick it up to use it, soap comes out. I don't know what kind of fairies live in this bar of soap, but I am telling you, it's like the oil from the Bible story that just renews every morning. I guess that's what we've got going on. A miracle from God or fairies. I'm not sure which, but it keeps putting out soap. It smells like ivory soap or maybe the green, what was that green soap from the 80s? It smells like one of those. It's a very, very mild scent. It does not carry over. No, it doesn't carry over into your day. It only smells while you're using it, dissipates. You don't smell like soap at all. But unlike soap, this is a very moisturizing feeling to it. It does not leave my skin feeling dry at all whatsoever. It is an exfoliant because as you're rubbing it in, using it for the soap, it also is scrubbing off dead skin cells. Dead skin cells? Dead skin cells. That was a hard word to say. Tell me in the comments if you can say that 3 times fast. But in a very soft way. It doesn't hurt at all. But you can tell it's exfoliating because your skin feels so soft afterwards. The bar itself is this soft, fuzzy texture, and the texture does not change when it gets wet. Listen, it's so hard to explain. The outside is soft and fuzzy, but on the inside is a harder shell filled with fairies. I love it. It cleans you, it moisturizes you, it scrubs dead skin off, and fairies live in it. It's just perfect. You need this in your life. This one is the whitening bar. Do I know if it whitens? No, not at all. But I bought one in every flavor because miracles are in my bathroom now. I highly encourage you to get one. In fact, I demand it. You must go buy one so that we can talk about this. I've never met anyone who has one, and you know what? I just really need you to go get one so we can, then you need to come back and tell me, what do you think the magic is caused by? Do you think it's fairies? Is it a miracle? Harry Potter? Witches? I'm trying to think what else could cause this kind of magic. I don't know. And that's why we need to discuss it. I'll link it for you below. If I were you, I'd just go buy one of each because why not? You're going to use them. You're going to love them. It's literally going to last you the rest of your life if you're over 50. We ain't got much time left, do we? Well, it feels good to say that I am officially back. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. I'm 51 years old. And if you've been my subscriber for a while, thank you for not unsubscribing and for waiting on me to come back. I think I'm back. I lost my mojo, but I think I found it. Life has been a roller coaster over the last few years. Hang out and I'll get to that in just a few minutes and I'll explain what's been going on and what we're going to do with my channel going forward. What does starting over for me mean? It means that I embrace change. It means letting go of what didn't work and finding out what will work for me. And that includes this channel. And that's what I'm excited about. It's also about growth and trying new things. I love trying new things. And I think that's what we need to do here on my channel. Where have I been? Why have I been gone so long? Well, COVID happened and everything that surrounded that. And I fell into a really deep depression. I'll link that video for you there if you want to watch it, but depression is depressing and you may not want to. I dealt with that depression for about 1.5 years and I got through it and I got on the other side. But before that happened, I had given up on YouTube. I'd given up on YouTube for a multitude of reasons. One of them being I wasn't gaining subscribers. I wasn't happy with some of the content I was putting out. It felt futile that I would ever grow. And I just gave it up. So a few years went by and I missed it. I missed it so much because I really am a creative person and I love creating videos. One day I was reminded of the Amazon influencer program and I started making videos for that. And then I would start thinking, you know what? I really miss making YouTube videos. Then I added a few of the videos I had made for Amazon to YouTube and realized I didn't really have my mojo. And then some really the hardest thing I've ever been through happened in my life. Really and truly, I've been through some hard things in my life. And the hardest thing ever happened. And one thing that helps me get through a trial of this nature is to stay busy and do something I enjoy doing. Also, evidently, I scrub my floors. And just so there's no confusion, I don't want anyone to think this was something that happened with my husband. There's been nothing. We're good. We're at 20 plus years. We're good. Nothing like that. But it is of a very personal nature. So that's not something I'm going to talk about on YouTube. But it's enough to say that it was the hardest thing I've ever been through. And I'm still walking through it. And so I have to take joy in whatever little pieces I can because that sadness is there. And I don't want to fall back into that depression again. So we're done with that. We're done. We're going to move on. That's where I've been. I've been processing. I've been evidently scrubbing my floors and I've been getting my mojo back. I've also lost over 100 pounds. So that was another thing I did. What's next for my channel? Well, I don't really know. I mentioned in the beginning that I wasn't happy with all of the content I was putting out. And one of the things that grew my channel was DIY beauty. And it was fun to do those things, but it wasn't something that I wanted to do long term. I didn't want to be a DIY beauty channel. I just like reviewing beauty products. I like talking about beauty products and anti-aging and different fun things. I like trying on makeup. I'm horrible at it, but I like trying it. It's fun. But I don't want to go back to the things that started growing my channel, which is the DIY beauty, unless it's something really crazy like putting wart remover on my age spot and seeing what happens, or some new crazy product that comes on the market. Those are the kinds of things I'll be wanting to try, but that's not what I want my channel to be about. I never meant for it to go that way, and I felt like in order to grow, I had to do those things, and I don't want to. Are we on the same page here? I don't want to do that. What I especially love doing is trying out weird products, following someone's makeup tutorial very badly, or talking about somebody's skincare routine. Those are the kinds of things I want to do. I don't really know what I'm going to do next because I also like reviewing beauty products. In fact, I've got some skincare right now in my car because I want to review it. I want you to know that I really loved this skincare, or maybe that this one didn't work for me, but might work for you, or this product's on sale, give it a try. I don't know is what I'm saying. I'm everywhere. I've got a list of things I want to do and talk about, but I also care about what you want. If you came here for the DIY, I'm sorry. Please don't unsubscribe. Just hang out with me. We can make it work. We can make it work. I don't want you to leave. Please let me know what kind of content you want to see from me. I can tell you one thing. I like fun. I like laughing. I like to make you laugh, and those things are going to continue. You count on those things from me. What I'm unsure of is exactly what I'll be posting. I do want to get back into posting a video a week, and in order to do that, I'm going to do some reviews because I love doing beauty reviews. I'm also going to try some weird products. I've already bought some freckles. You can buy freckles these days. We're going to try them. I want to do nail products. I'm horrible at doing my nails, but I like finding things that makes that easier because look at this. This is sad. This is sad. I don't even have any. I bit them all off watching Survivor one night. And maybe I want to talk about Survivor. I don't know. We're over 50. We're living our lives. Change is coming. Maybe I'll talk about menopause and some things I've had. Maybe we'll talk about my weight loss if you have any questions about that. Certainly we'll still talk about migraines because I still got them. Talk about my kids. Talk about what happened to no, I'm just teasing. I want to continue making beauty content with a few little side things. Really, being over 50 is trending right now. There are so many channels about being over 50, especially in the YouTube space. There's every time I go to look up a YouTube video, a growth YouTube video, you know, it's how to grow on YouTube over 50, how to get viewers over 50. So being over 50 is trending now. So I'm finally in for the first time in my life. Our generation is redefining what 50 is, and I am here for it. I know you are too. Seeing so many people in the over 50 space starting over and stepping into new roles has excited me to do the same. I'm really pumped, and I really want to add my voice to that conversation. We're not done. We're just getting started. This is the second half. This is the better half. What about you? Have you had to start over? Are you ready to start over? Are you excited to start over? I'd love to hear your story in the comments. Let's talk about it. Let's share what we're going through. Let's talk about what this next chapter looks like for us. So if you're not already subscribed, do it now. Do it now. You're going to forget. You will forget. YouTube may not show you any more of my content. Let's not depend on YouTube. Just subscribe, hit the bell. That way it'll tell you every time I post. You're not going to miss it. You don't want to miss it. I'm glad you're going to be a part of it with me. If you've seen videos lately that you think I would be interested in that I could do similar as to, let me know. I'm not talking about stealing somebody's content, but maybe, you liked that. Could I do that in a better, funnier, older way? I'll be back real soon with some freckle videos or something. I'll be back with something real soon. I'm about to show you one of the most unique, beautiful products I've ever seen. And I use a lot of beauty products. I test out beauty products from my job. This is what I do. And this is something I've never seen before. This brand is called Mystic Kiss, and it is absolutely delightful. It's an experience from the box to the product to using it. Everything about it is an experience. It feels like a really high-end product. If you buy Chanel, it comes in all this beautiful packaging in each layer, and then it feels like something. And that's what you're getting when you get this at a much lower price point. Let me show you the box because this box is incredible. It's holographic. Every part of the box is beautiful. The bottom says, "Blessed be, hail the traveler, and at harm none, do as you will." And even it's holographic. They seriously made an amazing box. I've never seen a box like this. I've never seen a product like this. This is something so unique. It's vegan. It's not tested on animals. It's good for the planet. It's good for you. If you have someone on your list and you don't know what to buy for them, but they like beauty products, this is, I'm telling you, for the, you get those little gift baskets at Walmart and they've got lotion and body wash and bubble bath salts, something cute to hold it in. Fantastic. I love getting those. Those are great because I do love all things beauty, of course. For the same price as one of those, you can get this, and it is an experience. It isn't just a basket.
bath product. It's more than that. It is a bath product, but it's more than that. Let me open it up and show you. Look, even this, it's got this little ribbon here to pull it open. The holographicness goes to the outside of this box. Inside the box, which I'm keeping because the box is gorgeous, you get a sample, and you can go online with this. It's got a little scanner on the back and get another sample if you want. Get this for your best friend or your mom, and then scan the sample and get it for yourself. And then they've got their little card with their 3 pillars on it. Talks about them being great for the environment and each other in the world at large. Oh, and one thing I forgot to tell you is that every ingredient in this is pronounceable. You can say it, except for this last one, which is something, something, something glycerin. So, and then the actual product itself is just as beautiful as the box. They didn't just stop at the box. The lid is holographic also. The writing on the container is holographic. This bottle feels high end. This feels like a $90 bottle of cold cream is really what it feels like. But it's a scrub. You can see it's a wonderful, thick, delicious consistency. It smells like clay. It doesn't really have a smell, but since there's clay in there, it smells like clay to me. You take a little dab of this and you gently exfoliate. It gently does the exfoliating. Whatever body part you want to work on. Hands, arms, legs, feet, face. It's a very gentle exfoliation. You can feel a very, very fine sandpapery feel. The finest of the sandpapers. It leaves your skin feeling smooth and refreshed. It doesn't dry out my skin at all, and I have super dry skin. It feels great afterwards. It's great for improving your skin texture. It brings out that subtle glow in your skin, especially on your face. It helps to remove some impurities when you give an exfoliation. That helps with that kind of stuff. You know, you need to exfoliate your skin. As we get older, our skin cell turnover rate slows down, so you need chemical and physical exfoliants, and this is probably the most beautiful one I've ever seen. You can literally put this on anything except for your dog, but it's completely natural and filled with wonderful goodies. It's beautiful. I'm telling you, you give this to someone for Christmas, someone who loves skincare. If they don't like skincare, they're not going to care about this. They're going to see what a unique, fun product this is, and they're going to love it at a price point that we can get behind.
Get your mind out of the gutter. This is not that kind of a channel. This channel is rated PG. PMD sent me this to demonstrate for you. You have 2 lids. One is larger for the body and one is smaller for the face. These are very stick 30. These are very thick, sturdy plastic lids. What comes with the kit are 3 levels of sandpaper for the face and 3 levels for the body. There are 7 levels altogether. You get 3 per face, per body, and then you can buy the higher grades of sandpaper. Comes with a white one that doesn't have much sandpaper on it so that you can practice. Then the gray, then it goes blue, green, and onwards. You're supposed to start with the smallest one until you get used to it. You can use each of the sandpaper pieces 3 or 4 times, so you might as well use it up 3 or 4 times before you move up a level. And once you get to a certain level, that may be as high as you ever want to go. Maybe you want to go higher on your body, but not on your face. It both sucks and abrades your face. It's actually slightly hard to use. What you'll notice is as you're going, it pops off, it goes bumpy, as you can see in this video here. It's bumpy. It's like driving on a bumpy road, but it's your face because your face is bumpy. Once you get control of the car again, it's a little bit easier to control, particularly over the cheeks, over any fatty areas. It's much, much easier to control. And the neck is also easy to control. It leaves my face red. Don't worry. That's just what my face does when I use any kind of treatment like this. It's not hurting me. Afterward, my face does feel a little bit ouchy, kind of like when you've shaved your face with the little handheld shavers. It feels maybe if that's a half a pain point, then this is a quarter of a pain point because it's very, very mild. I suspect as I use more of the sandpaper, it'll start to bother me a little bit more, but I like to stay on the lowest settings for as long as I can. As for the device itself, nice and sleek, 2 things, off and on. That's it, there's nothing else. It is quite loud, actually. And you have to have it plugged in at all times, which is the one thing I dislike about it. And this little thing hits why I don't understand why we need this giant thing on the cord. It's not cordless. So if you're looking for something that's cordless, this is not the one for you. Why would you want to use a microderm? It's just for exfoliating your skin. Over time, when you exfoliate, you can see changes in what your wrinkles look like, age spots, and certainly it creates some glow to your skin when you remove that top layer of stuff off of it. And by stuff, I mean dead skin and stuffed up pores and whatever. You remove it, your skin looks better. This can only be done once a week. You wouldn't want to do it more often than that because you are removing a top layer of skin. This is a physical exfoliant. A chemical exfoliant is one that you put on, maybe you leave on overnight. This is a video about one of my favorite chemical exfoliants. I use them both. I want both in my skincare. I also have a similar product to this that has the microderm on it, and it also has a hydrofacial. If you're interested in seeing that, give me a like, and I will actually review them side by side and give the pros and cons to each. This or that, if you will. What is your favorite beauty product, instrument, device? What would you recommend if someone were asking, hey, what should I get? Does it do a good job of suctioning up all the dead skin?
I would say about 75%. There's usually a tiny little pile of dead skin in front of me. It's nothing that I can't live with. Just I put a little towel down and it catches it. It's very easy to use once you get over that initial learning curve. And then it's just great. It takes just a few minutes to do, and then you're on with your day. Your skin feels absolutely amazing afterwards. It really feels so soft, and my moisturizers absorb better. My skin for the rest of the day just feels moisturized, especially if you shave a few days before or a few days after. When those two things are working together, oh, it's the magic. It's the magic right there. That's the magic. This is how you rinse it. You remove the head and you rinse it underwater. You can see in there, skin looks just like you've sandpapered your face. Couldn't be easier. Rinse it off and you're good to go. Dry it on your towel. I'll have this linked for you below, and replacement heads and the higher heads in case you want to get everything all at once. One thing that I like about this is that it comes in this reusable box. I like that I can place it in here and store it. What I don't like is that there's no container for the little sandpapers. It would have been nice if they'd have came in a little plastic Ziploc bag, you know, the little tiny ones. That'd have been nice. The cord and not being able to put the discs into a little baggie. My hope with using it on my body is that my skin, particularly on my arms, will look a little less crepey after a few months. It does say you'll see visible results immediately as far as having softer, more glowing skin. And after 48 weeks, you'll start to see bigger changes. I think it does a better job of sucking up the dead skin when you're doing it on your body and your arms versus the face. And just like with my face, my arm's a little bit red. Even though everything about it is bigger on this when you're doing your body, it doesn't hurt anymore. Again, I've just used the gray tip. I haven't advanced yet to the heavier sandpaper. For now, this is working just fine for me. I have just come out of a deep, dark depression, and I wanted to talk about it. Usually my channel is laughter and silliness and fun, but today we're gonna do serious. I've probably been depressed since I had my son who is 5. I probably had some postpartum depression, just low grade, and I didn't notice it. I didn't name it as depression until recently when I really discovered that I had depression, how deep my depression had become. Because we repatriated from Singapore to America, I just thought that was part of the repatriation stuff. And so feeling down, I thought was just part of that. I didn't put it all together. That was probably postpartum depression. And then the move just kind of pushing me down. I think the main reason I wasn't able to discern that I had